There's so many reasons that fires start in communities. High-risk methods of cooking and heating and lighting. Homes are so closely built together, made of incredibly flammable material, and it's just fundamentally an unsafe reality where fires are bound to spread really rapidly. And that's really where the source of the challenge lies.
IY, it's a small township with a lot of passages around, and most of the houses are built on top of each other. I do have a lot of experience of a fire and how sad it is to lose your home, to have nothing. At my home, we used to have a shop and a small shipping where my parents started their own business. Those got destroyed because of the fire in 2017. I had a baby on that time. My boy was 1 year. We were grabbing kids, we were running. Some people didn't have money to rebuild their homes. There were a lot of us that were affected by fire at that time. It was very traumatizing.
Gosh, how's it been?
Oh, exercising.
Yeah, exercising. Well, that's life in IY as well. Lumkani is a social enterprise that exists to build resilience in low-income communities. And what we do is we provide people technology through our fire detection system that gives everybody early warning to a fire before it spreads so that it can be stopped. And then on the other side, we give people access to insurance so that they have the money to rebuild in the event that a fire does happen.
So, okay, guys, I decided to see as in again. I says, so say approach her because my was a man bacona. Abaga had like Lumkan, so in Kalawo, my approach a man bacon. Simon Basso Amanja now. Let's hope by immediate and plans them are fruitful. So let's go, guys. When we explain to the people around the community, this is a fire detector that alerts you. It works 60 meter radius from your home, and it will alert you when there's big fire. It alerts you, it rings from your phone, from the houses. We hear a beep that says beep, 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 so everyone comes out. Uncle!
Yeah,
What is this?
Hi, sis.
Yaphila.
Khona nkosazana?
Ndiyaphila nami. Ndizojonga alarm yakho isasebenza kahle na.
Sasebenza nyoka.
Hayi isasebenza sisilulu.
I'm the one of the client of Lumkani. Lumkani helped me too much when my house burnt down. I didn't hear that it is a fire behind my house. I just heard that, that's right. And then when I wake up, what's happening? And I realized this tells me that it is a fire. When I go out, there's a flame, big flame. So I sent the photo to Lumkani Insurance, and after that, they paid me off. Give me peace of mind because after Lumkani paid me, I afford to buy a container and then you can start fresh. Each and everyone in IY, after that big fire, they were willing to insure their shacks. When you get affected by a fire, it takes years to rebuild everything. Most people out there in the brick houses, they do insure their houses. But even you, from the informal settlement, everything in your house, you can protect it with Lumkani.
We thought it was really important to be hiring locally within communities. And specifically, we actually only hire women. One, we always saw from the start when we first launched that women were really good agents. At the same time, we know that women are most affected by fires. When a fire happens, they're generally left responsible for the elderly and for children, and they find it hard to get access to informal financing to rebuild. And because of that, we found that it was really important for us to make sure that women had access to cover. And by having women be our agents, that really solved that challenge, and we've proven that with having 70% of our customer base today being women. It's impossible to imagine what it is to lose everything you own in a moment and to be left with literally nothing but, the clothes on your back. We realized The speed with which we can pay out a claim is one of the most critical things. And Hollard were the most incredible committed partner who from day one were very clear that the ability to protect yourself against shocks and risks in life is something that nobody should be excluded from. So you were asking about the latest impact data. Over the last 3 years, we've got 145 million rands worth of estimated informal property that's been saved from fires through the fire detection system. We are currently sitting at 20 million rand of claims paid out to informal homeowners to get them back on their feet after fire events. And at the moment, we're on 480 million rands worth of informal property insured against financial loss.
In Hollard, we really want to have more products available in the space for the low-income market, which is very much underserved when it comes to insurance. So when we were approached by Lumkani, it was something that spoke to our passion to really try and help protect the people who actually need it the most.
We started Lumkani with technology. And ultimately, we were always here to see the impact. We wanted to see it reach millions of people and to transform the realities, building a safer place for people to live in. And those are the powerful stories we want to create more of.
My name is Paul Dangerfield. I'm the head of Hollard Trucking. A lot of what we do is connected to our monitoring bureau, where we monitor trucks. There is a lot of brilliant technology in South Africa. Most trucks in this country have a telematics device, and that raw data is fed to our bureau. With all the congestion and the amount of vehicles on the roads and trucks these days, fatigue management and distraction management is critical. So the more fleet operators that spend the extra investment into camera technology, the better.
I oversee the whole operation of the Bureau, the live monitoring side as well as the reporting side. If we see that there's a battery disconnect, or if a driver is in a high-risk situation and they press a panic, for example, we're able to make a call to those fleet operators and highlight them of the risk that we're picking up. We need to understand that as much as we're ensuring the vehicle, the trucks, driver safety and well-being is at the heart of what we do in the Bureau.
So this is our tracking. It shows us all our vehicles on the screen.
You can see the drivers.
Yes. Got the driver names there, the green that the vehicle is moving.
How do you monitor rest periods when the drivers are in trip?
So the drivers know that they can't drive longer than 3 hours.
Yes.
And there are rest stops at every location. So these are communicated before.
As yourself with the environment. At Drift Tankers, we've got a journey plan. We tell you about your journey, your rest stops, approved rest stops, which are safe. So they help us a lot. Otherwise, you will have to stop anyway and then get hijacked. We leave them in a good state so that you can also...
It's through having those interactions with the drivers that you get to understand that it's not as easy as saying, here's a truck, go deliver from point A to point B. I mean, they're mostly away from home for weeks on end. Basically, when you get into the truck, you need to be happy that everything here is done.
And I'm also
and you're also feeling safe and good
yes,
to go.
Because my truck, I check it, everything is perfect. That camera, it covers you. When there's something, there's a protest on the road, you press your drive cam, they see that you're in a risky area, they give you an alternative route. It safeguards you on what to do and not what to do. So it's for my own safety. Don't injure yourself. Yes. 3 points. 3 points. 1 point stand. 2, 3. Yeah, there you go. It's nice to go out.
How does technology change behavior? Well, when somebody knows they are being rewarded for great driving, and it is based on the tech in the truck, it's not emotional, it's not manipulated in any way, it is factual. It makes a massive impact. In my experience, like the most powerful thing in a vehicle on a road.
So this truck got features like when there's a person next to the truck, it can tell me with a beep. And then when I go over the line without indicating, it can also alert me.
Highway Heroes is a competition to recognize and reward the best truck drivers in South Africa. And our stats have shown over the years that there's an absolute improvement in driver behavior, because the telematics data tells us that. So the more participation, the better.
We pride ourselves with being the custodians of road safety through the Highway Heroes competition. Our scoring looks at speeding, harsh driving, harsh cornering, and also the rest periods that they take within trips, so your excessive driving daytime and nighttime. So Phineas was the 2023 winner. He did very well. I think he scored close to 10 out of 10. It's really created a positive change over the years.
We want to be part of the credible mouthpiece for truck drivers to say to the rest of the public they are getting everything that we need to its destination. It's extremely important to South Africa. They are amazing people that do amazing jobs.
It feels very good to be an example and lead the ways. Even the young people out there at home, they see it's possible. I know this person. And now they're asking me, how can you do it? They also want to be like you.
Aquapower is a world leader as far as IPPs is concerned. In South Africa, Redstone is the second project in construction, soon to be in operation, which we are very excited about. The beauty of the Redstone project is it uses mirrors to create the heat that we require to make the steam for the steam turbines. The technology has a tower with a receiver on the top. The receiver is a boiler essentially, and the 1 million square meters of mirrors shines the light of the sun to the boiler on the top, creates molten salt at high temperature, which then is used to make steam to run a turbine. I think one of the most important things for us, as far as Aquapower is concerned, is that we leave a legacy behind in the areas that we invest in. And one of those is, of course, training up the local youth. South Africa has a really unenviable issue of unemployment, and a lot of that is in the youth sector. So we ensure that we try to empower youngsters to not only be part of the project during construction, but also become lifelong ambassadors for the project.
You know, I've never seen my parents so proud in my whole entire life to see that I actually, you know, did something of my life. My name is Priscilla Potelo and I'm 23 years old. The Aquapower Redstone program, many of the people from my village do not have further education. So programs like this that don't really require you to have a certain qualification and they just give skills onto you, those are very beneficial because I feel like so it gave us all an equal chance to actually try to excel in something. I live in this small village called Groenwater Station, and the unemployment rate there is very high. So I consider myself very lucky to have been a part of this. When we heard I was going to Dubai, I was excited, it was unbelievable. Never mind the part that it's the first time leaving the country. I've never been on an aeroplane at that time, so it was really exciting.
We've selected 20 people from the local community, youngsters, and given them an opportunity to travel to our plant in Dubai, which essentially is a copy of the Redstone plant, and gave them an opportunity to have some much needed exposure of a new plant. And for many of them, it was also a first trip across the water.
Are you excited?
During the starting phase of this, you just had a picture and see, okay, this is a valve. But when you actually got to do the on-the-job training, you see the valve, like, oh, this is the valve I was being taught about. Once the plant is commissioned and I have completed all my training, I will then be joining the control room as a junior control room operator. That actually excites me because I literally get to see the whole plant. I'm helping operate the whole plant.
My name is Khaleletsa Mpemelo and I'm 23 years old. I'm the local operator on the section of water treatment plant. I studied biochemistry, so water treatment is basically chemistry itself. At Redstone, the on-job training, we were appointed shift engineers. The shift engineers will be taking you through each section, explaining and showing you directly the sections, how the system flows. Programs like these are important because they empower young people to go wherever they want to go instead of sitting at home having no opportunities, doing nothing. And they give experience through the trainings and the job itself, so they are good opportunities.
As part of us building and operating a plant in the area, we also plow back into the community through development.
Our school is having technical subjects, so we are having mechanical technology as well as electrical technology. Technical subjects have a lot of expensive equipment that are needed in order for the learners to do the practical stuff that they need to do to fulfill their dreams in whatever they want to do one day. Before the burglar bars were installed, we couldn't really display the equipment there in the classes because the community that we are in, there's a lot of burglary taking place. So for Aqua to come in and to provide that sponsorship for us was a huge relief because now we could display the equipment, the learners could freely work with it, and we could keep it now safe. So it was a very big advantage for the school when this was offered to us.
My job as a community liaison officer entails that I become the link between the company, Redstone, and the community. The upliftment programs that we started with when we started was the library at Limemakers. It's a community library. The senior librarian explained the need for computers because the computer that they had then was not up to standard in the books for both the adults and young people. It has helped the community because most of the users use it for their exams, for job applications, and for bursary applications. The users of the Limemakers library is more than 1,000. That library also caters for neighboring towns like Danielsville.
So currently Redstone has 4 apprenticeship students. These are the first of the apprenticeship program that we're going to run throughout the lifespan of the project. Because the plant was still in construction, we decided to take them to one of our sister plants in Groblershoop at Bokpoort, and that's where they're doing on-the-job training for another year and a bit.
Management, they came down to us to say, we have got students, who can look after them? I said, I will assist these youngsters. These are the future engineers in our country. They bring them here to site so that we can teach them. We show them practically what is happening up until we are satisfied that they are knowledgeable and experienced for them to go for final assessment, that is their trade test, to become artisans. We are offering electrical engineering, heavy current. We also offer mechanical engineering, so fitter and turner. There's people that we take for our control system. In this country, we're running short of technical skills. So when the companies like this one are offering these programs to our local communities, it strengthens our electricity generation industry as a whole. It makes things simple, like we don't have to go out very far to look for these skills. These are the skills that we get around our local communities through the training programs that we're offering.
The apprenticeship is challenging, but yet you learn every day and you improve each and every day because the technicians are willing to teach you things. The program requires a lot of work and you need to know what you're doing. What I love most about working here is the people that are here. They are very welcoming, and if you don't understand something, they are willing to teach you that thing. My plans and dreams for the future is to pass my trade test and to get a diploma in electrical engineering.
I feel proud of these candidates that we have here because I see potential in all of them. Opportunities like this are very, very scarce in our country. To get an apprentice program where they take you to school for free, they pay for your accommodation, your meals, up until you are qualified, and then later they still give you a job. I mean, it's something very nice to be proud of, like as a company, what we are doing.
For me, it's important that Aqua continues that drive, and we will continue ensuring that we train up and empower local communities to effectively run this plant. In total, for this plant, we need 41,000 heliostats, but those heliostats each have 4 mirrors, so you're looking at 240,000 mirrors that they are producing in our mirror assembly facility, and it's all done by local hands. They've learned a lot, they've got a lot of skill transfer from the subcontractors, and now they are running their plant and delivering the necessary mirrors that we need.
The one thing that I love about my job is to actually be able to transfer the knowledge that I have to somebody else. We make sure that we trained each and every person that has come to work. You need to tell the person, remember, this is your own. When we build here, we're gonna leave it with you. You need to take care of your own. I always tell them, guys, take this, grab it by all means, because you will be the only one that is having the knowledge, and make sure that you run with it.
For me personally, this project, it means a lot to know that we're producing one of South Africa's most amazing plants on the site. The sense of pride is amazing for all of us, and it's not only for me, also very nice for the locals to actually play a role in its construction.
I know the background I come from, so I just tell myself every morning I'm one of the privileged people to actually have found a job at the age that I got a job. You know, they always say the sky's the limit. There's no limit to anything. If you feel like you can do something, then you most definitely can do it.